Hi guys, you're welcome back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draft a basic sleeve. Okay, now I need you to pay attention to the terms, okay, the names of each point, because it's equally important. All right, so this is our marginal line, okay, which is our starting point. We're going to call it our sleeve head. Okay, so this line we'll call it our sleeve head. Okay, the sleeve head. Okay, so now the first thing you're going to do is to get your cap height. And to get your cap height, you're simply going to divide your bust round by 12 and add 1 inch. Now my bust round is 40. 40 divided by 12 plus 1 inch will give us 4.33. Okay, now I'll approximate that to 4.5. Okay, whatever you get, just approximate it to the nearest number. So I'll approximate that to 4.5. Now I'll go ahead and mark it this way, and we will connect with a straight line. So this is our cap height. Okay, now this distance here is called a cap height. Okay, so we're going to call it our cap height. That is from here to here is called cap height. Okay, now to get your cap width, okay, to get your cap width, what you're going to do is to do the same thing that we did on the basic bodies block. You're going to divide your bust round by 6 and you add 1.5, and the bust round we're working with is 40. 40 divided by 6 plus 1.5 will give us 8.1. so I'll go ahead and place my tape on this line and I will mark my 8.1. so this is now your cap width. Okay, so let's label, we'll call it our cap width. Okay, so this line is called your cap width. Okay, now let's get our arm side or our armhole curve. Okay, and to do that, you're simply going to come in with your straight ruler, and we're connecting from our cap width, which is 8.1 inches, to the sleeve head with a straight line. Okay, so this is what we have. Now the next thing we need to do is to find the midpoint of this line. Okay, and to get the midpoint of this line, we are going to place our tape from the sleeve head to that point. Now to avoid unnecessary calculation, you are simply going to fold your tape into 2. Okay, ensure that it's resting on our cap width mark. Okay, like so, and we'll make a mark at that midpoint. Okay, now this is it. So at the midpoint, we're going to mark 0.25 up, okay, and 0.25 down. Okay, most times we mark ½ inch, but by the time you begin to use your curve, you notice that it doesn't actually cover the entire ½ inch. So let's deal with actual points. So we have marked 0.25 up and 0.25 down. Now we're going to connect it with a straight line, but this line is going to be slanty a bit. Okay, it won't be straight. Now we're going to come in with our curve. Okay, so we'll place our curve this way, so it's passing from here to that 0.25 mark. Okay, like so. Okay, so like so, and we will connect it. This way, okay, and we'll also come in with the curve this way. Now in doing this, you need to ensure that the curve is not that deep. If not, you will not be able to raise your arm. And I will connect it this way. Okay, now this is the front armhole. Okay, you know the front armhole is a bit deeper than the back. Now let's plot the back armhole. We'll still come in with our curve, okay, and we will rest it on this 0.25 mark that we have up here. Okay, so we'll come in with our curve and we're connecting it to the 0.25 that we have here, okay, this way. Now we will turn it this way as well, okay, and connect it to this lower part as well. Okay, and here we have it for the back. Now the next thing for us to do is to plot the rest of the sleeve. Okay, now the elbow length for everyone is between 12 to 13 inches. So my own elbow length is 13 inches. I'll make a mark there. Now the long sleeve for the standard long sleeve for everyone is 24 inches. Okay, so we'll repeat our markings this way: 13 inches and 24 inches. So we'll go ahead and connect these points together. Okay, so let's label. This is the elbow length. Okay, and this is the long sleeve. This long sleeve length. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is to input our round measurements. Now my round elbow is 13 inches. Okay, and 13 inches divided by 2 will give us 6.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark my 6.5 inches. Okay, now my long sleeve round is 9 inches. Okay, and 9 inches divided by 2 will give me 4.5 inches. Now we'll go ahead and connect these measurements. So we're connecting with a straight line from the long sleeve to the elbow. Okay, so from the elbow we will use a curve, okay, just to give it a little shape. All right, okay, and here we have it. So our basic sleeve is ready. Now I'll go ahead and highlight these points. Okay, and here we have it. So the top part is the back. Okay, so this is the basic sleeve. Now you decide. If it's a short sleeve, you go ahead and measure from the sleeve head, okay, to the length of the sleeve, okay, and then you input the round measurements and you go ahead and cut out. Okay, so this is one method that I use to cut my sleeve. I will also introduce us to the second method that I use to draft my sleeve. So you just go ahead and pick any one. Okay, so let me introduce us to the second method that I use to draft my sleeve as well. Now, as usual, this place is also the starting point, is also called the sleeve head. Okay, so the sleeve head, okay, so this line is called the sleeve head. Now the first thing is to get your cap height, and to get your cap height you divide your bust round by 12 and you add 1 inch. So my cap height is 4.3 and I approximated it to 4.5. So I'll go ahead and mark the 4.5 and I'll connect it with a straight line. This is my cap height, okay. All right, and to get the cap width is to divide your bust round by 6 and you add 1.5. Now mine is 8.1. My bust round divided by 6 plus 1.5 is 8.1. Okay, now this 8.1 I will mark it up here as well so that I can form a box. Okay, I'll use a broken line to connect this box. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is to divide this 8.1, okay, by 2. So to divide 8.1 by 2 is simple. Just place your tape, okay, like so, and you fold it into 2. All right, so you fold it into 2 at that point and you make a mark. Okay, and this is it. Now we're also going to divide this part into 2. Okay, so you place your tape also like this and you make sure that it's resting on this mark. We're also folding our tape into 2 as well, okay, this way, and we make another mark. Okay, so now if you're making like a shirt, if you're making any outfit that does not require a fitted sleeve, okay, from this midpoint you come down here by 1 inch. That is if the sleeve is not going to be fitted, okay, like a bishop sleeve, all those kind of sleeves, you come down here by 1 inch. But if you're making a fitted sleeve, okay, from this midpoint you come down here by 1.5 inches. Okay, now let's go ahead and connect these points. So we'll first connect from this point to the 1.5 inches. Okay, so we're using a dotted line to connect from here to this point, okay, just as a guide. Then I'll come in with my curve. All right, so with the curve we're going to connect it this way. All right, and we'll flip the curve this way. Okay, all right, then we'll use our pencil to connect these points. Okay, like so. Now remember I told us that this is for a fitted sleeve. Okay, I will come in with the marker pen to highlight it. Okay, now this is for a fitted sleeve. But if you're making a shirt sleeve, any sleeve that is not fitted, From this point you come down by 1 inch. Okay, now we're going to connect. So we're connecting to the 1 inch. We're connecting to the 1 inch like so. Okay, this way, and we're going to flip our curve ruler like so. This way. Okay, so I'll come in with my marker pen also and highlight that part for us. Okay, so like so. All right, then I'll blend this side. Okay, and here we have it. So these are two types of sleeves, fitted and non-fitted. Okay, so for this one I'm going to draft it as a short sleeve. So I'll use 9 inches as my sleeve length. Okay, so 9 inches is the sleeve length I want to use for this, and I will connect it. Okay, then at that 9 inches point I will mark my round measurement, and my round measurement is 14 inches divided by 2 will give me 7. Okay, so I'll go ahead and connect it like so with my curve ruler, depending on the kind of sleeve that we are making. Okay, all right, and here we have it for this sleeve. Okay, so it's left for you to choose. I've made dresses, outfits with these two sleeve patterns, and they all came out great. Okay, but most of the time this is the sleeve pattern I work with. All right, so the both of them are accurate. All right, so this is it. We'll go ahead now and transfer our dress pattern to fabric. Okay, and I'll see us.